You're watching Timberwolf's channel on YouTube.com. Oh!
Timber Time with your host Joe Timberwolf Lackey.
Hello everyone and welcome to another Timber Time. I got a few things to go over here. A lot of information, basically. One of the things I want to go over really quick was a statement that I made on Facebook, and this is basically going out to my Facebook friends. I made a statement that I was planning on leaving Crawford County to go back to Allegheny County to my birth home in Homestead, Pennsylvania. Now, this is just, I'd like to go because due to the fact that it's my birth town, and in Crawford County right now, as far as it stands, this is more of a business type of a move, because as most of you know, I sell Avon products, and I'm also a minister. And Crawford County is not really, oh well, plus I do anything on the internet too, and I also plan on doing stand-up comedy as well. But Crawford County alone, as far as Avon sales is concerned, I'm really not making anything here off of that, due to the fact that a lot of people in Crawford County sell Avon. Where I work at right now, for those of you who do not know, I do have a full-time job, and I usually don't say where I work at, but I will, because a lot of the people where I work at probably will watch this. So I work at Leach Tool and Die here in Meadville, Pennsylvania. I work in the die-cast section as a secondary, and in that shop alone, there's two other people that sell Avon, and it's like I can't sell anything there. On top of that, Crawford County is basically a living on a budget. They're on a fixed income basically here, and there's not a lot of people here that because a lot of people, like I said, are on a fixed income, budgeting their income. Most of them are SSI or SSD recipients, and they don't have a lot of money for Avon or something like that there. And as far as being a minister is concerned, there again, people who are on SSI or SSD, if they're living together, it's fine. But if they get married, then they lose most of their checks, because they figure, well, they both live together, they can both, so we'll take their money from their checks and what have you. So, that covers that. So this is basically a business move for that. On top of that, I looked into a lot of places down in the Homestead area that allow open mic stand-up, and there's more down there than there is in Meadville here. Here in Meadville, we have one place, basically. I'm still hoping to, because they do it every first and third Tuesday of every month, and I forget where it's at now, but they have an open mic night for comedy, and the only problem is around here you can't curse, and plus I gotta check those other ones down to see if I'm allowed to. But in bigger cities, they allow you, when you do stand-up comedy, they allow you to just curse like a sailor. So that's another main move. Another reason is if I'm, since I do a lot of animation and voiceover acting, and especially on anybody who has seen my animations know I do most of the voices for them. And there's a lot more talent agencies down there than there is here, because I think we have one in Erie, and I would have to go up to Erie, but we don't have any in Crawford County. So that's another move. So there's, I mean, and the job situation up here isn't that great either. Um, so far, in the past 12 years, we'll say, make it 13 years. In the past 13 years, uh, I've been to one, two, three, four, five, six, seven, about eight places, and at least the two of them twice. So, like I said, because I went, well, I'll just say them anyway. I used to work for Andover Industries. From Andover Industries, when they kind of left, I went from there to Leach Tool. From Leach Tool to Ideal Tool, because I was up at Leach for at least 3 or 4 years before they had to do some layoffs. And then I went from there to Ideal, which is now PTR. I was there for about a year. Went to Ainsworth Pet Nutrition for 6 years. From there, I went to PTR, which was Ideal, and then I spent a year there, and then from Ideal, I went back up to Leach Tool, and like I said, it's more of a round robin type of thing. If one goes down, you got to go to an unemployment office or an employment agency. They'll stick you into the same thing. It just goes round and round. So, in other words, say like if you work at one place and they say, well, we don't need you. You've been here. I think it's 60 or 90 days, and we're not into hiring you. They'll send you back to the company, and they'll send you over to this one. Or if you happen to get fired from that company, and then you go to the employment agency, they'll send you to the second one. And then if you get fired from there, they'll send you to the third one. And if you get fired from there, they'll send you to the first one you got fired from. So it's like, and they'll accept you. And it's like, it's just a round robin deal. And it's like, no, I don't think so. I'm getting at that age. And speaking of age, I walk to work every morning. This is another thing. I get up at 3 a.m. I do everything I have to do, eat breakfast, shower, the three S's, just shower and shave. So, uh, then at a quarter to 5, because I have to be at work at 6, and I don't have a vehicle now, I have to walk 2.5 miles. And that's 2 miles uphill of 77. Now, 77, if you've seen some of the videos that I took, basically in the morning, real early in the morning, it was kind of dark, so you wouldn't be able to see it too well. But I took a walk back and did a little video recording of that. It's somewhere, I think it's up on YouTube or something like that there. I do believe it should still be there. I make that walk I have 3 areas I stop at and take a break. Hey, come on, I'm 57 years old. What do you expect? And if I didn't take it, well, and it takes me 45 minutes to walk there with the 3 breaks. And 77, for those of you who are in Crawford County and know where 77 is at, that is pretty much a hill. It goes all the way up to the Crawford County Fairgrounds. And without breaks, it takes me 30 minutes to walk that hill. Now, we're talking 2.5 miles, 57 years old, uphill, 30 minutes. Now, I'm in pretty good shape, so. But recently, my body's been trying to tell me that, you're not going to be making these rounds too much often. So, especially in the wintertime, it gets slippery up there. And I fell on the hill once. I didn't have my flashlight with me, and I veered to the left, or not to the left, but to the right too far. And I kind of went in the ditch and kind of slipped and fell there. And in fact, I think that's the only, well, not the only time I fell, but that was the first time I fell on that. No, that's the second time I fell on that hill. The first time was when I was up at PTR, or not PTR, but Leech. I don't have a script, so I'm doing this nonchalantly. Um, this is when I was working second shift, I do believe, and I was walking home in the dark, and coming downhill, and I tripped over something, and I kind of rolled down the hill halfway, but that was several years ago. Uh, and that's the second time I fell on a hill. Uh, but like I said, recently, I've injured my shoulder. I've injured the right side of my eye, and it. I don't even know how I did it. So it's like I just fell down. Um, but anyway, that's and uh, and we're talking way out in the country. I mean, it's like boondocks for me to walk. But if I go to Allegheny County, they have buses running almost 24 hours a day, so I wouldn't have to worry about getting hurt or having wild animals come out because we got raccoons, skunks, bears, you name it. And I mean, I ran into a doe one time, and I mean, we're talking ran into the doe almost. Uh, I was working second shift then. I was pushing my bike up the hill, and she was just standing there right along the road there, and she sat there and she watched me walk right up to her. I had the bike in between me and her. It was like I could have reached out and petted her on the nose. That's how close I was. And it was interesting, but it was also frightening as well because I didn't know what this thing was going to do. So, like I said, we got wild animals out there. But if I go back to Allegheny County in the Pittsburgh area, Pittsburgh Homestead area, I won't have to worry about, I'll have to worry about the rats, but hey, rats, you just kick the son of a bitch. Get out of here. But you can't do that to a skunk. You kick a skunk, it's going to sit there, it's going to get pissed, and he's going to spray you. Um, excuse me. And raccoons are a little bit more different. You go to kick them, they just grab a hold of your leg and say, your ass is mine. So, uh, sorry, people. I gotta take a drink here. But that's the reason, why I plan on moving from Crawford to Allegheny County. But before I do that, there's a lot of things you gotta do when I go to move. So the first thing I want to do is I want to check the area out. So in June, about the first week in June, I'm going down for the weekend. I'm going to check it out, make sure that there's plenty of jobs there because I'll be visiting the unemployment office down there. And I'll be checking out some of the residential areas, see what kind of neighborhood it's become. From what I've seen from photos, it's gotten a lot better from when I first lived there. So that's an extra point. So it's nothing about anybody up here, it's just a business move basically. So also, like I said, a lot of things come up. Now I'm on LinkedIn. For those of you who don't know, I'm there under voiceover acting and what have you. And just today, now this is just today, a little side of information. A guy named Steen Ingemann, I think. Wait, STEENINGMANNN. He's a project manager at Audio Resort in Denmark. He wanted me to send him. Let me get this back here again. I got it all written down. I'll throw my script over here. He wants me to send him 2 voiceover samples. One sample raw, like corporate or e-learning type of deal, and one commercial script type deal. And it's like, wow, a guy from Denmark wants me to audition for him. It's like, but I've got somebody checking into that right now to find out if this guy's for real or not. That's one thing you gotta learn, because a lot of times you have to go to these other agencies, you know, you got to give them your samples, give them your headshots and what have you, and they decide whether they want you. This guy here came straight to me asking me for it, and it's like that's kind of strange because not a lot of them do that, and those that do are usually just fakes, and that's why I'm having this guy checked out. Also, we're gonna pause here right now because I've talked my 15 minutes. In a minute, I will tell you about a new animation that I'm coming out with that I'm going to be starring in. So I'll be right back. Oh, and watch this commercial of mine from Avon. And I hope you shop online at myavons.com.
Are you the type of person that does a lot of online shopping? Then why not shop for your Avon products online at www.youravon.com/jlucky. Here you will find items such as makeups and perfumes, items for bath and body, jewelry and apparel, and we even have items for men. So don't delay, shop online for your Avon today at www.youravon.com/jlucky.
Okay. I'm back. Another thing I want to tell you about, oh yeah, a new animation. Actually, it's kind of like an old one. I was going to try to do it before. However, I hope to have it up now. It's called Toons in the Real World. Now, I've got the first episode almost ready to go. It's just that I'm waiting for Animaker because I can only, well, whatever I make there, I can only upload 5 videos to YouTube a month. And I'm having problems because I know I know I did not upload 5 videos this month. I've been trying to upload these videos and they've all failed so far. And I'm hoping that it's only because they're doing the 5 video a month thing, or they may be down. Hopefully they haven't canceled me altogether, because they shouldn't have, because you know, I've been there pretty good. But we're gonna give you an outtake. It's gonna be of me, because I'll tell you what. Here's what the animation is gonna be all about. It's going to be about, naturally, myself, who, in the midst of doing an animation, becomes late for work. So I leave the Animaker open. I leave for work. The animations somehow come to life and pop out of the screen. So now we got animations in the real world. This outtake I'm going to be showing you is of me coming home. Now, I'd like to do the whole thing if I had the animation. Unfortunately, I don't have the animation, but I put something in there to simulate the animation. It's going to be a little word saying, here's where the animation would be, you know, the full deal. And my reaction to it. Here, look at it.
And action. Oh, what a really...
I hope, you know, like I said, now this is my first acting role, so, anyway, to let you know, because people are going to be sitting there wondering, it's like, Was that bottle of rum real? It most certainly was. I just had to pull it out and let you guys know. But I mean, I was thinking about, when I saw the animation in my bedroom, was it do one of, was it doing one of those feigning type deals? Dropping the bag and then either falling forward or falling backward. Unfortunately, for those of you who do not know, I live in a basement, and it's nothing but concrete flooring. I don't think a fall would help me very much. I mean, I like to keep all my limbs the way they are. I don't want any of them broken. So, so let me know what you think of the animation. Now, unfortunately, for the animations, I have to use a snapshot. I can't use, say, like if I'm sitting here talking to you like this, Toon would walk up here and stand where the camera's not really, so I'm trying to know the distance from stage left to stage right. Toon can't come up and sit there and say, "Hi, how you doing, Joe?" When I'm sitting here talking to you. So, which means I got to use a snapshot, which means multiple angles, which means when they talk, it's going to be kind of snapshot. If they're in town, it's going to be a snapshot, and they're just going to be walking around. You're not going to see vehicles going by or anything, or somebody walking by. And that's the unfortunate thing. I mean, because I tried. I tried to upload a movie set or movie like this up to it, and it won't take it. It's snapshot only as far as background. So, and for those of you who watch me, maybe some of the businesses in Meadville, you may see your businesses, in the animation. That's not by design. That's just plain me taking pictures of everywhere. Just maybe having a couple tunes stand out there, yip yapping back and forth. A lot of it's going to be taken like maybe in Diamond Park, because I already got one there where when a tune walks around town real quick, he stops off at Diamond Park and sits down, and then he gets back up and says, "Well, I better get going home. It's almost time for Joe to get home. I want to be there to to greet him." I think it's going to be and when it comes down to if I'm talking to the animation talk to me, it'll be like I'll be sitting here, he'll be off there, and I'll be sitting there like talking to him. So this camera here off of my computer will catch me because I use a Blue Yeti mic, which sounds a lot better. If you notice that in the film, I'm not using my computer camera or the Blue Yeti mic. I'm hoping, to get better equipment. I'm using this digital camcorder, this little itty bitty plastic piece of how you doing? Well, I had to set up off to the side, and it has the little itty bitty speaker right over, or microphone right back here. And this thing was only about 7 feet away when I was recording. And this takes AA batteries. It's about a $15 item. doing some serious stuff with a $15 item. But I'd like to improve my setups. I mean, well, the Blue Yeti is about the best I've got, and I don't want to talk too loud because it's that close to me. But it's about the best I have. This is about a $150 unit here. Some people turn around and say, "Why are you spending $150 on a mic when you got a condenser mic?" Well, when you're doing voiceovers for animations and stuff, you need a good mic. and that's the best that I've heard of, and that's why it's so expensive. Uh, but for like this little thing here, I'm using the Cyberlink UCam, and basically what I want to do is I want to try to upgrade my video equipment, because if I tend to go outside with this and try to get a long range angle, I would have to pretty much yell or almost speak as loud as I can for it to hear me. And if there's other people walking around, they're wondering, who the hell's this guy talking to? You know? And if I do something on the outside, so basically, I need better equipment. So, but anyway, like I was saying before, there'll be like a snapshot of my bed. He'll be sitting on the bed. I'll be sitting there talking to him. When he talks, it'll be like it'll flip over to a snapshot of him on the bed, and he'll be talking. Where it'll flip back over to me, and I'll be answering him. And what I got in my mind is very interesting, but that's why when I ask you to go to my Patreon and stuff like that there and help out with my channel and donate, that goes for new equipment, better equipment. Now I know a lot of people out there sit there and say, well, why should we donate to him? He has a job. Or, hey, I got to pay rent and everything else. I got to pay for being on the internet. And so there's several ways, you can help out my channel. One, like I said, you can go to my Avon and purchase Avon, because some of that will go towards my stuff. Go to my Patreon account, and you can pledge. Well, I just want you to pledge $1 a month, or you can do it, or a one-time pledge of, however much you want, and that goes to help me get, because I'd like to have a better video camera than this. I'd like to have something a little bit bigger, something that has a good mic on it. That would help me out a lot. And I'll be right back here in about 30 seconds if I can find it. I don't like leaving the screen. It's unprofessional of me. Also, a tripod. As you can see, that end got broke for someone. Cheap made stuff. Honestly, this is a nice little tripod that I got the other part to it somewhere around here. I think it's back over here, where this would set on. But like I said, I just don't have the money to replace some of this stuff, because like I said, I have rent to pay, I've got utilities to pay, and when it comes right down, also food and what have you. So whatever little money I have left does go towards things such as that, and buying into animations, such as like Go Animate, Plotagon, and Animaker, because, well, Animaker's free, but like I said, they'll only give me like 2 minutes worth of video, and uploading 5 of those a month, where if I have the money to pay for it, I can get longer videos, and more videos I can put on YouTube. I lost my Plotagon because, due to the fact that they went to an OS, I was paying something like about $50 a month, to do that. If you haven't seen any of my Plotagon animations, just check on my YouTube channel, my daily motions, my BitChute, and you'll see a lot of the animations I do there and some of the voices I do for them. And I'll give you all that information at the bottom of the screen there, wherever I post this up at. I'll be posting it up on all three. I have a fourth channel now. Valor, I think it's called. Valori, or something like that there. Valori.tv. That's a new one. And I'll be posting a lot of my animations there as soon as I get up to them. So, like I said, you can go. Like I said, you can go to my Patreon, or if you're on my BitChute, you can. There's a little green button there with a little dollar sign on there. You can click on that, and you can tip what they call as a tip. You can tip me as much as you want. So anyway, that's about all I have right now. Or on my Daily Motions, my Daily Motions page is the only page that I'm monetized on. For those of you who do not know what monetization is, that the companies put on advertisements, on top of my show, which means I can be sitting here talking to you and it'll break away for advertisement. Please watch those advertisements. I get money for that. So that's another way you can help out. And that's only on my Daily Motions. You could say, well, why didn't you get YouTube? I'm banned from that because it got too many clicks on it. I mean, for some odd reason, when I go to view after uploading my videos to YouTube, and I go to click on it, check it out, make sure everything's perfect, an advertisement will pop up. So they caught me for too many clicks. And now I'm banned forever. Bunch of assholes. And I'm willing to say that too. I'm not going to be kid-friendly today. And a lot of kid-friendly yet BS as it is. But anyway, that's all I have for you guys. I hope you continue watching. I hope you donate to my Patreon account. Help me out a little bit, get better equipment. And I will see you on the next Timber Time. See y'all later.